I. Welcome back to another episode of Art Talk. This time I have got a very, very special guest on the show. His name is Christopher Tepp, and he is a very special person. He has invented this product here. He will explain to you himself. And not only this, but many other things he has invented. He is a very, very inspiring person, and I am so happy to bring him to you. Thank you, sir. Thank you, and welcome on the show.
Thank you, David, for inviting me to come on the show. It's a pleasure,
Yes.
and I'm looking forward to, discussing some of the experiences that we had. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much. Okay, and now the audience needs to know who you are, and what you basically do. So if you can just give the audience a little bit about yourself.
Thank you, David. I will basically introduce myself. Christopher Tepp is my full name. I am an agriculturalist, practicing agriculture for the last 35 years.
Wow,
And
35 years.
25 of these years was as a public servant with the government of Papua New Guinea, and the remaining 10 years as a private consultant and a startup businessman.
Wow, very, very good. So you have given more than 30 years, 20 plus years of your life to the service of this great nation, whether in the private sector or in the public sector. But you are an agriculturalist by profession. Wow, very good. Okay, now, what are you actually doing now? Now that you are out of government employment, you are doing something of your own?
Thank you, David. I left the public service after 25 years, and during my time as a public servant, I was employed by the Department of Agriculture and Livestock, and this gave me the opportunity to move around to different parts of PNG. In fact, the 4 regions. I have worked in all the 4 regions: in the Islands region, in the New Guinea Islands region, the Momase region, and the Southern region, giving me a glimpse of this whole country into putting it into perspective. So I did spend many years, 25 years in the agriculture sector, working in the 4 regions in PNG.
Okay. Very good. This guy here actually traveled all over the country, and not only that, even worked in our 4 regions: the Highlands region, the Mamaise region, Southern region, and of course New Guinea Island region. So he has got great wealth of experience, and he knows about agriculture, particularly to do with this country. So now we will ask him the special product, what has actually motivated him to invent this fertilizer, a homegrown 100% PNG made grow Hariap fertilizer. So I will ask him what actually motivated him, where did he get the idea, and how did he actually come up with this particular product. Okay, sir, tell us how and what actually motivated you to come up with this product, grow Hariap fertilizer.
Thank you so much, David. This is actually a very good question. I started work in 1989, and those years were the formative years, and those, we could say that those were the years, the last good years of this earth.
Yes.
By 2000,
Yes.
we reached a time when climate change was beginning to gain traction,
Yes.
and people were talking about climate change by 2000.
Yes.
By 2010, climate change has become the talk.
That's right.
And so I was employed in, my first employment was in 1989.
Yes.
And after 20 years of being in the field,
yes.
I traveled all around PNG, and I have noted that the soils in many parts of PNG were declining, except for some of those areas that had recent volcanic activity, eruptions. Their soils are very rich and young.
Yes.
Those areas would be like areas of Popondetta,
Yes.
Gazelle,
Yes.
some areas in Bougainville. They had
Before you continue, so we have got a young soil and an old soil. Is that right? Is that what you're saying?
that's right.
Okay.
Very basically, the soils, we have eroded soils.
Yes.
Basically, the old soils,
Okay.
which I'm referring to. The
Yes.
younger soils are the ones that came to being after volcanic eruptions.
Okay. I see.
And these soils, I call them younger soils,
Okay.
because they are material that is much younger
Yes.
than the older material,
Yes.
which may be derived from rocks, limestone, and some other,
I see.
material. That's why I call them
Anyway.
old and young.
I see. Anyway, you can continue. How you have actually come up with this product? It's a very interesting product, actually.
During my work, I have noted that towards the late 1980s,
Yes.
the soils were excellent. They were very good, and you could just clear up a forest area, you plant, and you can be on this particular soil, make garden on it for some time.
Yes.
But after 30 years now, this is no longer the case.
I see.
And after 20 years, I noted that that was no longer the case. And there was a need for us to use other materials to support farming in PNG.
Okay.
And it was to do with application of fertilizer. But then I also noted the different kinds of fertilizer that were available.
Yes.
One was the chemical one, and the other is organic.
Organic. Okay.
And when we refer to chemical,
Yes.
they are made from either chemical reaction or they are extracted from rocks,
Rocks. Okay.
from nature.
Yes.
And they came in two forms.
Yes.
One was solid based,
Yes.
and the other one was reacted with chemical. So chemical reaction, you can get fertilizers, nitrogen fertilizers, you can get them. But from rock based,
Yes.
you can get the solid fertilizers.
Solid fertilizer. Okay.
But then with climate change coming up,
Yes.
those solid fertilizers have now become a problem
I see.
to our environment,
Yes.
from leaching nutrients into the water system,
Okay.
from erosion that takes it down through the valley into the river system.
Yes.
And so I realized that we had to have something
Yes.
that is organic,
Yes.
that is readily available in PNG,
Yes.
that can be picked up by the farmers, and also at a very cheaper cost,
I see.
so that affordability comes in. The farmers can easily afford to buy the product.
Yes.
And so that drove me to the idea to start a fertilizer business in
Yes.
2008.
2008 you started this business.
That's right.
Okay.
We put the idea together, we
Yes.
put the concept together, and then from 2008 all the way to 2017,
Yes.
where the period where we had to do a lot of literature search,
Yes.
background reading,
Yes.
put in a business plan,
Yes.
what may work, what may not work, what will
Yes.
work,
I
what
see.
will not work. And by
Wow.
2017,
Yes.
we actually put up the first research processing facility together. Then
Okay.
that's when we made the first Hariap fertilizer.
Fertilizer. So you the first product, after years of research, after years of putting ideas together, the first product came out in 2017, right?
2017.
So Grow Hariap product, the fertilizer, is almost more than 5 years old now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
From 2016 to 2023
Yes.
will be more than 5 years.
5 years. Okay.
And we started in 2017. By November 2019,
Yes.
we brought it to the market.
Okay. So this product was released to the market for general consumption or application in 2019, right?
November 2019.
November 2019. Okay. Friends, this is the product, PNG made. This is a very good product. If you are a farmer out there, look out for Grow Hariap. This is PNG made, tailor-made for our PNG conditions, PNG soil, and of course PNG products. Okay, so tell us, there are other fertilizer products on the market right now.
Yes.
So what makes you think that this is better than the others? This is like good for PNG condition than others that are on the market.
Thank you so much. There are two very important reasons that make Grow Hariap organic liquid fertilizer a fertilizer that everyone should go for. Number one is that Grow Hariap is 100% organic.
100% organic. Yes. Okay.
There is no chemical in it.
Okay.
It's derived from organic material,
Yes.
and so it's 100% organic.
So when you say 100% organic, it is safe
It is safe.
and it is sort of in harmony with nature.
Exactly.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you.
The testing of Grow Hariap fertilizer was done in Australia as recent as October 2022, and it was tested in Australia. All the nutrients that it contains were tested, and
Yes.
their levels are below the extreme levels and above average levels, so you are sure to get good growth of your garden plants.
Garden plants. Okay, so actually this was tested in Australia and then certified for use in the what? So it's basically, I mean, not basically, but it is safe for use in this nation, right?
It is now safe to use our product in PNG, and it can also be exported to other countries who are very conscious of the high chemical content, especially from solid fertilizers, other forms of fertilizers which are inorganic. Secondly, our product is outstanding among the fertilizers is that in our product, the chemical fertilizers, they may have 1 or 2 or 3 nutrients in one bag of solid fertilizer, or they may have 5. Sometimes they may have other additives that makes it to 6 different types of nutrients. But in our product, it contains all the 16 nutrients that are recommended by United States Department of Agriculture.
Wow, so this product here contains all the 16 nutrients
required by the plants to grow.
Wow.
Optimal growth.
Optimal growth. Okay.
To reach an optimal growth,
Yes.
the plants will require the full 16 nutrients.